What is my favorite sandwich restaurant? Which Marvel movies have been delayed now? And what does Monster Hydro water taste like? Well, I talk about all that and more on this episode of the Toddcast. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Toddcast. As always, I'm your host, Todd McManus, and it is time for the weather update, I guess. It's quite warm outside, actually, right now. I'm going to pull up the weather on my phone currently here in North Louisiana. Oh, it's 85 degrees. No wonder I'm sweating when I go outside. But for some reason, oh, Lord, this Saturday and Sunday, of course, it'll be like 90s, and 90 degrees is the highest on Saturday and 84 on Sunday. But it's getting down into the 50s, getting swiftly cold, but this is going to be wild. Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday of this coming week, the low at night will be in the 30s. And the high will be, like for Tuesday, let's just say Tuesday, 62 high, 38 low. Wednesday, 64 high, 33 low. Good Lord, I'm going to be cold when I go to work. And of course, Thursday is 74, 36 low, with 74 being the high. And then back into the 70s and 80s during the day, with it being into the high 40s and low 50s at night. That is wild. Like, welcome to Louisiana if you've never been to here before. This is what the weather is normally like, where it could be, Saturday is going to be 90 and 55, and literally Wednesday, like 3 days later, it is going to be 64 and 33. So that's pretty wild, just to think about that for a second. But yeah, pretty warm outside currently, with it being in the 80s today. Not too bad, though, I gotta say. It's not, deathly hot. It's not in the 90s like it'll be in tomorrow, or when this episode comes out on Saturday. Not too hot. So yeah, but anyways, I would just go ahead and give y'all an update, since I am drinking something currently. So for many of you who don't know, or many of you who have been listening to know this as well, if you know me personally, you're a family member or a friend, or just somebody who knows me, or you've been listening for quite a long time, you probably know that I do not like coffee. I've never liked coffee. I've tried to like it, but I'm not a fan of the smell. Really don't like the smell, and I don't like the way it tastes. I've tried to do different things. I think I have tried black coffee. Of course, that didn't work. And I have tried to like other Starbucks coffees where you add just a crap ton of sugar or flavoring or milk and creamer and all that stuff into it. Never can like coffee. If it is a coffee-based drink, I do not like it for some reason. But I still need the caffeine, so that's why I drink Diet Coke and Baja Blast from Mountain Dew, because all Mountain Dews have caffeine in them. I'm not that big into energy drinks, so I don't really get my energy and taurine and caffeine from all of that, But I have found something. This past week, I have found something that I actually will drink that is available at Starbucks. And now I'm not even sponsored by Starbucks. I just wanted to tell y'all this because I was at a Starbucks and I was like, you know what? I want to try one of these drinks that they have that's not coffee. And lo and behold, it is a lemonade drink. So if you've been to Starbucks regularly, you will know that there are lemonades, or refreshers, as some Starbucks will call them. And so I was like, you know what? I'll try one. And I have tried one a couple of weeks ago, which was the pineapple mango lemonade, which had bits of pineapple in it, but it kind of looked like egg for some reason. And I was like, why is there egg in my lemonade? And it tasted all right. It was kind of it was bland, kind of. Just tasted like regular lemonade, It tasted like watered down lemonade, honestly. But I have found my drink, and you can hear the ice rustling. This is my drink of choice from Starbucks, so go check it out yourself. Tell them that Todd sent you, and they'll be like, who's that? And then just say, if you know, you know. So the drink that I drink now is a strawberry acai lemonade. And acai is, of course, ACAI. But the strawberry acai lemonade, of course, it's just like your lemonade. It's got ice in it. And it's got like chopped up strawberries in it. I don't know what acai is either, but apparently it's pretty good. But this is now my drink of choice from Starbucks. Out of the solid 2 things that I've had from Starbucks that weren't coffee, because I hate coffee. And I'm like, I know their main thing is coffee, but I still want to, support, So I was like, you know what? I'll get this. And it was a strawberry acai lemonade. Got it. And I was like, okay, try it. And then I drank all of it in a regular. I guess they call that a grande or something. I don't know. Since I don't go to Starbucks regularly, and I've really never ordered anything from Starbucks unless somebody told me to order something that I would get for them, I don't know what the sizes are. I know small, regular, or medium, and large, and then Route 44 or extra large or whatever, I don't really know the weird names that Starbucks has to use for their drink sizes. Because I feel like grande means large. I know gordo means fat, but I want a gordo drink. I want a big old fat cup of lemonade. I don't think that's how that works. But I didn't know it until today I told him, I was like, what's the biggest size y'all got? And they showed me this big old cup, and I was like, you know what? I'll take that. And I'm still drinking on it, but it's pretty good. So if you're ever near a Starbucks or you don't want a coffee when you go, try out the strawberry acai lemonade. I have been recommended the pink drink, so I'm definitely going to have to try that out. And yeah, so I'm a lemonade guy at Starbucks. I'm one of those people now because I don't like coffee. So I got to have to get my caffeine from another way. So going into some news a little bit right now is that recently the Marvel movies, for some reason, a couple of the Marvel movies have been delayed, and I do not know why. So I'm going to pull this up here. Okay, so what was the order that they were in? I do not know. Anyway, a future Marvel movies have been delayed. Okay, so Avengers Secret Wars has been delayed. It will now... Okay, here we go. I have a list. Avengers Secret Wars moved from July 2025 to... July? No, that wasn't in July. It was in November. It moved from November to May of 2026. It got moved back a good bit. Deadpool 3 was moved from September to November, so that is kind of taking its place. Fantastic Four was moved from November. Okay, I've got this all wrong. Okay, so start over. Blade, we're going to go in order with this time. So Blade has been moved from November 3rd to... of 2023 has been moved to September 2024. And then Fantastic Four was moved from November 8th to February 14th of 2025. Deadpool 3 has been moved from September 2024 to November 2024. It is actually being releasing on the day Fantastic Four was supposed to come out. So Fantastic Four goes from November 8th to February of 2025. Deadpool moves from September to November 8th, so we get a movie still that exact day, but just not Fantastic Four, Deadpool 3 now. And then Avengers Secret Wars moves from November 2025 to May 2026. So we will not be getting 2 Avengers movies in a year. We will actually just be getting one in 1 year and one the very next year, just kind of like we had with Infinity War and Endgame, now with the Kang Dynasty and Secret Wars. I do not know fully why this happened. Apparently, it is rumored that Spider-Man 4, the 4th Spider-Man movie, which will of course include Tom Holland Spider-Man, is apparently going to include Daredevil as well, is what I'm thinking. And if you've seen She-Hulk, you kind of know where I'm going with this. I definitely think he should be involved. I think it would be a great thing for him to be involved. If it comes out in 2024, that's going to be huge, because in the same year, we're going to get a team up of Spider-Man and Daredevil in one movie, and then later on, we're getting another movie, which is a team up of Wolverine and Deadpool. So we're getting that in 1 year. And then the beginning of next year, we're getting the Fantastic Four. So, sounds like a great idea to me. I mean, I'm all for it, of course. I don't know what they're putting at the end of next year, honestly, because I used to have that picture, but I don't know where it went. But I knew, so some of those have moved around, mainly just moving back. Like Deadpool 3 only moved back 2 months. It was supposed to be in September 2024, and now it's in November of 2024. So it didn't really move that much, but it's coming out the day that Fantastic Four was supposed to come out, and now Fantastic Four will come out the next year. So, yeah, I mean, all these movies haven't been, canceled. They've just been delayed, because that's the problem, is that they put into account all the timing and like, you know what, this is going to come out this year. And there are some movies that have never been delayed with Marvel, that they'll set a day and it stays on that day, and then it'll come out, and then there it is. That it never was delayed or anything. But of course, I know, understanding due to COVID, a lot of stuff had to be delayed because of filming. They couldn't film. I don't know what it is now that's causing delays. It can't be really COVID anymore. But even though COVID's still around, nobody kind of cares about it anymore. But yeah, so I think that, we're still going to get the movies, and of course, I'm very much okay with that. We're going to be in a different world probably by the time 2026 comes around for the next that Avengers movie. When Secret Wars happens, it'll be very interesting, because that comes out in now May of 2026, and that's kind of weird. That's wild, in my opinion. So yeah, that's basically it with that. Only 4 movies as of right now. The next Marvel movie, which is this year in November, is Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. And then, of course, actually in 2 weeks from this week is going to be... Is it 2 weeks? No, 1 week. Next week, we are getting The Rock in Black Adam. I'm excited for that. That is a DC movie, not Marvel. I'm very excited for that movie. I am definitely going to have to see that in theaters, and it's going to be good. I'm excited to see that movie, and I'll let y'all know if it was good or not. But I think The Rock is really going to do good with that, and I'm excited to see where he will take, DC with this character, and how far he'll go, and if he'll ever come over to Marvel as well. So, and I like The Rock. I like what he did, with wrestling, and then of course a lot of his movies are pretty good. There are some that are stinkers, but most of them are pretty good, and I'm excited to see what he's going to do with this Black Adam movie. So with all that being said, not much news really going on other than just shows and stuff. And God of War Ragnarok, the PS5 game, comes out next month in November, so I'm excited for that. I'll have to pre-order it soon. But other than that, not much news going on. But I definitely know it is time to go into some questions from all of you listeners out there. Now, I've got 2 questions here. If you ever want to submit a question for me to answer on a future episode of the Toddcast, you can do so by going down into the description of this episode. There should be a link that will take you to my YouTube channel. Click or tap on that, and it'll take you right to the YouTube channel. Go to one of the videos, and down in the comment section, comment your question, and you can also comment a drink, piece of candy, some type of food, whatever you would like for me to review. If there's a candy you really love and I've never even heard of it or tried it, comment it down there, and I'll try to look for it and try to find it. And if I find it, I'll buy it, and I will definitely review it on a future episode. So I've got 2 questions here right now, and we're going to go ahead and go through these, and y'all can play along as well. If it's a would you rather question or a specific question asking for not a yes or no question, if it's asking for a specific answer, play along as well. And we're going to go ahead right now into the first question. Thank y'all for these questions, by the way. And here we go. The first question is, what is your favorite sandwich restaurant? Okay. I guess we're mainly going to be fast food. I don't know any sandwich restaurants that aren't fast food. I'm talking like Subway, Jimmy John's, Jersey Mike's. Well, and there's Schlotsky's. Is McAllister's considered one? Would you consider McAllister's a sandwich restaurant? What else is like sandwich based? I can only think of those. Unless you have like a local restaurant or some type of deli. Or maybe Nukes, you know? I like Nukes, but I don't eat their sandwiches. I eat the pizza. So, I would just have to go with Subway, honestly, because we do have a Jimmy John's here, but I've never eaten at it. There is a Firehouse Subs. I think I've eaten there once, and it was okay. It was nothing special, so, yeah, that's pretty much, yeah, I've never had Jimmy John's, never had Jersey Mike's. I'm not a cold cut type person. I like a Subway footlong, Italian herbs and cheese, chicken bacon ranch. Like, that's my go-to. Love the bread. The bread's awesome. I mean, you can't go wrong with a good footlong from Subway. Well, you can eat too many Subways and look at what happened to Jared. So, anyways, yeah, I like Subway. You know, I eat it somewhat often. I enjoy it. I enjoy it every time. I still go back and frequent Subway. So, yeah, I would have to pick Subway only because there's not many other places I've been to, and the other places I've been to were okay. So, sandwich, that kind of sandwich based, I would have to give it to Subway as my favorite because it kind of rules. There's a lot that I haven't had, and then like I said, the ones that I have had that are not Subway are just okay. They're not over the top, and they're not making me want to go back. Subway is the kind where it's like, well, it's kind of somewhat cheap. You get a good bit of food, and it's just good. I like Subway. I know a lot of people have crapped on Subway before because of their food and the way the stuff's prepared and all that kind of stuff. But at the end of the day, I'm getting a good foot long. I'm getting what I want on it. And it's not raw or nothing's wrong. You know, I'm a chicken kind of guy. So it's like you get raw chicken, I'm going to get sick. I haven't gotten sick from eating Subway yet, knock on wood. So it's like, yeah, I enjoy Subway. Subway can make a day good. And yeah, personally, my favorite would have to be Subway. So, thank you for that question. So, the next question we have here is this is an interesting question. These are the type of questions I've seen on Instagram as well. I don't know if I've seen this specific one, but I have seen these types of questions before. So, it's not a would you rather question, coincidentally. It is a different kind of question. So, and y'all can play along with this as well, because this is a very good question, I think, from reading it 2 seconds ago. So, the question is, one has got to go. Shrimp, steak, ribs, or fried chicken? Oh, that's the quad of meats that I eat. I mean, crab's not on here, and lobster, and crawfish, and stuff like that. But these are like the main 4, I would assume. So, one of these has got to go, meaning you can never eat one of these ever in your life again. Shrimp, steak, ribs, or fried chicken. If I get rid of fried chicken, does it get rid of every fried chicken? Because that'd be my main question. Because if it gets rid of Popeyes, then yeah, I have to keep fried chicken. If I could get rid of KFC's fried chicken. The KFC fried chicken is okay. It's not, I'm not going to throw up after eating it, but then again, I'm not going to say, wow, I want to go back to KFC to get some more. No, I'm not going to do that. Popeyes, on the other hand, after you eat it, it's like, man, I need to get a second box every time now because that stuff is good. So I have to keep fried chicken. So out of those 4, fried chicken, I'm definitely keeping. Shrimp, I'm from Louisiana. Like I can't get rid of shrimp. Shrimp's in a lot of our own stuff. There's queso at some places that have little shrimps in it. There was a place that recently closed that had crawfish in its queso. God, it was good. That place was good too, but under other circumstances, they had to close. So yeah, I have to keep shrimp because shrimp is just so good to me. Fried, baked, cook it however you want. It's good. So that only leaves 2, steak and ribs. Out of all of these 4, ribs are probably the least I eat ever. And then probably steak would be right above that. I eat steak, shrimp, and fried chicken often. I would probably eat steak at least once a week, maybe. Shrimp is usually once a week or more. And fried chicken usually is more often than that. So yeah. But which one would I have to get rid of? Honestly, I feel like it's not easy, but it's kind of an obvious answer that I should get rid of ribs. I don't eat ribs often. I probably have eaten ribs probably less than 5 times this year so far, and we're already halfway through October. And that says something whenever you haven't eaten ribs for, 10 months now? But that's just not my thing. I'm not a rib guy. I don't have ribs at home. We don't cook ribs. Like, the only place I would get ribs is if it was like a barbecue place or if I'm over at somebody's house and that's what they're having, whether they cooked it or got it from somewhere else. Or, like I used to get ribs from Chili's, and they were pretty good, not gonna lie. Chili's ribs are good. I am going to go ahead and say that. But, I enjoy them. I don't think I've ever had any from, like, Applebee's or wherever. But, yeah, out of those 4, shrimp, steak, fried chicken, and ribs, I got to get rid of ribs because I don't eat them that often. Compared to the others, like, ribs I've probably eaten less than 5 times. Like, probably just a handful of times this year, if that many. Steak, shrimp, and fried chicken is a weekly thing. So it's like, I can't get rid of those because those are kind of like a staple for my culinary food that I eat, Like, I can make steak, I can do something with shrimp, I don't have to, I'm not going to make fried chicken, but fried chicken, you can get that anywhere, So yeah, out of those 4, one has got to go. Ribs, I'm sorry, I like ribs, but you got to go. I don't eat you that much, and you are not, in comparison to fried chicken, steak, and shrimp, you're not on the top. So all this food talk is making me hungry, so I got to go get dinner soon. So, out of those 4, which one would y'all choose to get rid of for the rest of your life? You could never have any version of this ever again. Steak, shrimp, ribs, or fried chicken. What's your answer? So, ribs is mine. So, anyway, thank you for those questions. Those are really good questions, and I like the one has got to go. That could be a whole series, of questions like that. But anyway, like I've said before, if you ever have a question you would like to ask me on a future episode, please comment it down below in the YouTube comments, as well as a flavor of drink, food, candy, anything like that. And speaking of flavors of drinks, I've got 2 drinks here with me right now that I've never tried before, and I'm going to go ahead and give them a try. These 2 are two things that I've actually wanted to try these before, but I've never gotten around to it. So the first one we're going to try is Monster Hydro Energy Water, and this is the Blue Ice flavor, which you would probably just call it blue. Let's crack it open. These are all in bottles, of course. Oh, got a really good smell. I like it. Let's see. It is 110 calories for the whole bottle. 27 grams of sugar. Good Lord. Apparently, good God, it's got a lot of, what is that? Niacin, which is vitamin B3, and a lot of vitamin B6, and then a little bit of potassium. This does have caffeine. Good Lord. Really? A Diet Coke, probably, I think it has like 42 or 43 milligrams of caffeine. This Monster Energy Water has 150. Like, no wonder. Like, it's still giving you the benefit of energy, but it's like not as sugary and not as much as it is in a can, because this has water or some type of water with it, because it still has it's purified water, electrolytes, some vitamins B3 and B6, pure energy, reduce fatigue, and increase your concentration. Fuel the beast at monsterenergy.com. So, Monster Hydro Energy Water Advanced Hydration Blue Ice flavor. Let's go ahead and give it a try. Okay. All right. Okay. I can dig it. Okay. I'll be honest, there's not a whole lot of flavor. It's okay. I do feel the energy part of it creeping in on me. Not really a whole lot about this flavor. Like, it's good, but it's not, over the top. Wow, give me more. I mean, it's okay. I'm enjoying it. It's not tasting too terribly bad, but yeah, I don't think it's god awful. It's not actual Monster Energy drink. It tastes better than that. I can taste how it's like water. Energy water. Pretty middle of the road, honestly. I would give it for me, I would give it a 72, because while it is still good, I do not want to have it again. But not because it's bad, but because, I mean, unless I need energy. But yeah, I don't really need anything energy water, energy drink related, honestly. But yeah, Monster, I'm just going to call it Monster Water. Monster Water Blue Ice flavor gets a solid 72. It's not a bad score. I rate it that high to that point only because, one, it's not bad and it's not making me spit it out, but also there's hardly to no flavor. So, but I mean, it's all right. It's not bad. So the next one we have is the next Monster Hydro Energy Water, but this flavor is Purple Passion. So, and if you want to see a picture of these, that way you can drink along with me, or just want to try them for yourself. If you're an energy drink fan and you're like, you know what, I want to drink water, but I still want to drink my energy drinks, I guess you could try these if you want to go down that path. You can go see a picture of these at the Toddcast official Instagram page, which is at _Toddcast _ only on Instagram, of course. And this flavor is of Purple Passion. We're going to look at pretty much the same stuff. It's 120 calories, so it's 10 calories more, and 30 grams of sugar. So even more calories and grams. I'm guessing this is like passion fruit flavor, but I mean, it is purple all the way around. Purple on the inside, purple on the outside, so yeah. So, Purple Passion, Monster Water. Let's give it a try. Okay. It's very just watery. If you understand what I'm saying, like, I wouldn't describe Coke as watery because it's a soda, But since this is energy water, you know what I mean? It's more smooth, Not a whole lot of anything in this. This is very lackluster. I thought this was going to be more than it is, and it is not. So I rated Blue Ice a 72. I guess I'll give Purple Passion as getting a 71. It's not bad, but it's not. I don't want to have this again. I am disappointed more than anything. Like, here, give me this strawberry acai lemonade from Starbucks. See, that has flavor. That's at least like a high 70 to 80s. Like, you get that pungent strawberry and lemonade flavor right off the bat. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not. But I don't know. These Monster Waters are killing the vibe right now. I don't understand. I thought these would have been better. But I guess they're basically just water with a crap ton of caffeine in it. So yeah. So Monster Water, the Blue Ice flavor sits at a 72. And Purple Passion sits at a 71. I probably will try more flavors just to see if there's anyone that's actually prevalent and prevalently good. Like, way out there good, I'm talking. But, yeah. Blue and purple are both just 72, 71. Kind of middle of the road. They taste like water, but they got energy stuff in it. So, yeah. I might keep drinking them. I might not. I don't know. So, but, yeah. So, Blue Ice, 72. Purple Passion at a 71. And if you want to recommend any other flavors, or you want me to try any more flavors of specifically Monster Energy Water, please comment them down below in the YouTube comments. And I think that is going to do it for this episode. Thank all of you for listening. And as always, please rate and subscribe. If you're listening on YouTube, please like, comment, subscribe, and click that bell to get notified when new videos are uploaded. And follow the Toddcast on Instagram at @_Toddcast_ for all your Toddcast needs and updates. And tell your friends and your family to give it a listen. And thank all of you for listening to this episode. And if you want to know what's going to happen next week, well, you just got to tune in to find out. Only on the Toddcast.